Hi everybody, how's it going? We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Seeing Aquarius, some of you are going to be connecting with people. I'm seeing like a community event or a gathering or a celebration or just like people coming together for a similar purpose, a similar agenda. For some of you, I'm hearing something about a rally. This looks like it's going to be something that feels enjoyable to you. I'm seeing a butterfly wing here. Moving towards what you want. You may have recently left a situation that you felt was not right for you. Concerned with your wish fulfillment, your pursuit of happiness, the things that matter to you. You may have come to a place where you recognize that a chapter was over and you're in a spot where you're like, you know what, I'm ready to move on. I'm seeing you move towards the Ace of Pentacles. This can be a physical move for some of you that you're making. Like you may be going from one job to another job, from one relationship to another relationship, from dating to being single, single to dating. Lots of different things here this can mean. There's a focus on a transition, and like the main overarching theme here is that you are transitioning from something that did not feel as fulfilling as you know it could be. Meaning you're moving to a situation or a place or a thing or a person that you feel is going to be much more fulfilling for you where you are now. What you were doing before could have felt fulfilling, but I'm seeing you really be on the move here because you're in a space where you're like, I don't have to stay within this. And so there can be this recognition that a soul contract has completed, and now you're allowing yourself to walk into something new, a new cycle. And to have the Eight of Cups here, this alludes to this cycle that you are moving into now. You are going to find it much more fulfilling than what you are leaving behind. And that's really the main motivation for you to make this move. It's an internal one. It's an emotional one because we have cups here. But because we also have pentacles, this can also be something that involves what you're doing physically as well. Like there may be physical implications of this, like a lifestyle shift. I'm seeing you really listen to your intuition here. Like really, really connected with yourself. Like really checking in with yourself. This is so important. I'm seeing somebody that you're having an exchange with. I'm seeing it feel a bit stressful emotionally, mentally. I'm seeing you... Queen of Cups. It's not the Queen of Cups, it's the Queen of Wands. But maybe there's also a focus on the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you coming to a place where you're honoring what you're feeling emotionally, rather than seeing that as a weakness, seeing that as a strength, and also something that informs the decisions that you're making. Coming into this place, it seems like it's also escalating your self-confidence in a desirable way. And so you're in this energy now of the Queen of Wands, which all of us have the Queen of Wands within us, right? All of us have all of the kings and all of the queens, all of the masculine energy, all of the feminine energy. It's just about how we utilize that, how we access it. You being within the archetype of the Queen of Wands means that you are making moves that are good for you, good with you. You are checking in with yourself before you're checking in with anybody else. This means also too that if somebody's not going to be like a fan of what you're doing, that's okay. You're going to do it anyway. That's the energy of the Queen of Wands. Like, not everybody needs to approve of what you're doing. You're doing it for you, and that is validation enough. So you're giving that validation to yourself, and you don't need that externally. Now, there is somebody that you've been interacting with. I'm seeing it has not been easy working with this person. For some of you, this can legitimately be a work situation, but for others of you, this is just somebody socially that you've been working with, that you've been communicating with, that you've been exchanging energy with, or you're trying to work something out with this person. I'm seeing actually that this person may be used to being the one that's in control and in charge, and you stepping up in this way, you may be butting heads with them a bit, because like you're finding your voice now, and they may not be used to working with like another sort of, I don't want to call it an alpha energy, but it's like you're being assertive now, okay? Maybe in a way that you hadn't been before, because you're self-assured. This person may be used to being the one that like makes the rules and stuff like that, and so it may be kind of difficult at times. Yeah, they may not like that you're self-assured. It may be threatening to them, which that has to do with this person and their own stuff, you know. It doesn't really have to do with you, although you are being affected by it. But this may actually be somebody, I'm hearing so many different words. This may be somebody that is actually quite insecure, but they don't necessarily come off in that way. But they feel threatened by you stepping into this energy. Yeah, I'm seeing their ego not be into this, but it is what it is. This is about your empowerment. The thing is, as well, is that, like, if you're dealing with somebody that's empowered and you're empowered, they're totally going to encourage you. They're not going to try to tear you down. They're not going to try to, like, make cheap shots or anything like that. They're not going to turn away from you, you know? If somebody is truly empowered, they're going to see you and be like, yeah, like, just backing you up, supporting you, you know, stuff like that. But this person may be getting like a little bit hot and cold with you, or just uncomfortable because you are like threatening to their ego, and them being like, I'm usually the one that calls the shots. I'm usually the one that's in control. So now that you have a voice within this situation, it may actually really be throwing this person off. And so they may be like bullying you a little bit, even subconsciously, you know, because this isn't necessarily something that they're consciously doing. Like, they may not even be aware of the fact that they're feeling threatened. It just depends on how self-aware this other person is that you're dealing with. They may not understand why they're feeling the way that they're feeling, and it's just coming out in a way where they're being kind of cold with you, or like not really supporting you, or not really engaging, or they could be being critical with you. Lots of different ways this could be showing up. But it's like making it really hard to work with them. Yeah. It's making it really hard to work with them. But the thing is, too, it's interesting because it's like you're matching their energy in a way. You're matching their energy here, but it's making it, now that you're matching their energy, they're having a hard time. It's just a hard time for everybody here. It seems, though, that they may be more bothered than this by you. It may really be throwing them for a loop mentally, but I'm just seeing things feel very, very difficult with this person. Yeah, they're not used to you being in this energy. They can want to work with you and still have their ego feel threatened and still be coming off in a way towards you that's difficult to work with. Nothing is ever black and white, you know? Like, this person can be like, I'm choosing to still be in this, like, collaboration with you. However, I'm feeling kind of moody because, like, it's threatening to my ego, you know? If they're even aware of that. So, rather than just, like, writing off things completely. Because there's definitely a unified attempt for you guys to be working something out together, even if it's not easy. Because I'm definitely seeing some intense levels of stress here. Mentally more than anything. And now this is coming down to a choice that you need to make with this person. It's like, do we keep doing this? Do we move on from this? Can we stay together and move on to a place where it feels better mentally? This feels like a very tricky situation here with this person. I'm hearing butterfly effect. Maybe stuff reverberating from the past. Okay, so listen, you get to do whatever you want to do in this situation, right? I'm seeing temperance be in the theme here, okay? So what this means is that you may really be struggling, especially mentally. I'm hearing something about demographics. Maybe you guys come from a different background. Really, demographics can be anything, right? A different background. You guys could live in different places or be from different places or speak different languages. I am seeing Sagittarius here. You guys could come from different like religious backgrounds. Anything having to do with demographics can be a difference in age, a difference in ethnicity, really anything. What the point of this is that if both of you guys are willing to continue engaging with one another, which it seems like you are, because I don't think that you guys would be bound if that wasn't really happening. Both of you guys are here like trying to work with one another. There's a decision that needs to be made, but I'm seeing temperance being needed. So this means like do not make any choices right now. You want to sort of like ride this out and see where it goes. It's going to feel really challenging to do that, and this is where I was saying like you can do whatever you want. If you're really in a space where you're like, I'm ready to wave the white flag, I can't do this anymore, then step out of it. But what I'm seeing your guide say is that if you feel like you can, the encouragement is for you to try to continue working through this with this person. Because I'm seeing that like you left a situation that you weren't feeling fulfilled in before, like you didn't like whatever was happening before, and so this like new beginning for you is finding something that feels more fulfilling. And if you end up sticking it out with this person, it may actually be that fulfilling thing that you're looking for. So I'm seeing your guides be like, do not make a decision yet. This is not the time to be making a move. Do not conclude anything. Do not call any like final choices yet. You want to still see how things go. I know that it is challenging. It's not easy right now. It may feel like the clock is ticking. You may be having a hard time moving through this, but I'm seeing like regulation is needed just because like stresses are high right now, and you don't want to be making a choice while stresses are high and everybody's ungrounded. You want to wait until you find that like equilibrium and then make a choice from that standpoint, because you're going to feel like it was a grounded choice and not one that you made out of desperation of, I can't handle this emotionally anymore and I need to make it stop right now, you know? This is going to be an opportunity for you to learn how to self-regulate when in a very stressful situation and not feel like you immediately need to make it stop. Unless you do, and then you do, and that's okay. Everything is okay. All right? I'm seeing lots of Sagittarian energy here. Remember, all of us have Sag somewhere in our charts. We are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.